Hi, and welcome to the Theme Park Trader Podcast with your hosts, Ryan and Dan.
Hello.
This week we're finally getting around to reading out poor reviews of Epcot from Google. So we've done TripAdvisor reviews way back, maybe like 2 years ago.
If not more.
If not longer than that. And now we're getting to Google and reading out the poor reviews from there. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the podcast.
Each of us has a dream, a heart's desire. It calls to us. And when we're brave enough to listen and bold enough to pursue, that dream will lead us on a journey to discover who we're meant to be. All we have to do is look inside our hearts and unlock the magic.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Now, I know we made this mistake last time. We started talking about news.
Yeah, we started talking about Star Wars.
And then it ended up going into an hour show about Star Wars and various news bits.
And then 2 weeks later, we're actually doing the proper episode.
Yeah. But I do want to quickly touch on the fact that it's very rumoured, very much rumoured and looking likely to happen, that Disney are going to be getting rid of Muppets Present Great Moments in American History in Liberty Square in Magic Kingdom. That's really annoyed me, for one, because they're keeping Hall of Presidents.
Yeah, which I don't understand.
Which is a terrible, biased show. The animatronics, fair enough, are great. Until you get to Hillary Clinton. Orange Hillary Clinton. But why you're getting rid of the Muppets? Because I think the Muppets is a great way to introduce kids and families to those key moments in American history, keeping them interested and making it fun.
Yeah.
I think that's a fantastic addition.
And it's a great live performance of that as well.
Seeing the Muppets live
is
is incredible.
It's brilliant.
I was there when that show first opened, like the first opening
showing,
show.
yeah.
And I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And it's brilliant. And it'd be a real shame to lose that from the Magic Kingdom. And Disney seemed to be making more and more cuts as less and less people were turning up to the parks. And not thinking really that's the reason. Like, the reason is that people go to the parks is just great entertainment. Great rides, great entertainment, great food, etc. Making cuts is not going to help that. Unless you're making cuts to entry prices.
Yeah, I mean, is it... It makes you wonder whether it is a price thing. Like, every time Disney cuts something, do people just jump on saying, "Oh, it's because of money," and all this sort of stuff? I mean, maybe it's not as popular as they thought it was going to be.
Well,
I don't know. It's normally pretty busy when I've seen it.
From what I understand, the show's still very busy every time.
Yeah. But it does make you wonder why they're cutting it.
Yeah. But I think it's a real shame if the rumour is true and we do lose that show. I think it's a real shame.
But it's interesting because obviously they ditched one of the Muppets programs, haven't they? That are coming to Disney Plus.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder why they've done that.
Yeah.
Like a couple of Muppet cuts within space of a week or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's curious, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. So that's kind of all I wanted to touch on that. But just so everyone knows, I'm not happy about it.
starting the episode off on a good foot here.
Yeah, I'm not happy. But yeah, on to Epcot. Everyone will know it's my favourite theme park in the world. Maybe not for much longer, depending on how Chapek ruins it.
Portland's Park, I thought that was your favourite.
Portland's Park is apparently the best reviewed theme park in the UK, according to TripAdvisor.
There you go.
They use it on all their pamphlets.
I'm sure they do.
It's really not great. But Epcot. So in case you haven't heard one of these shows before, we find a ride, an attraction, a restaurant, or a theme park that we love and we think is generally good, and read out people's worst opinions of it because they're always ridiculous. So Epcot we've done before. We did a 2-parter on TripAdvisor a couple of years ago now, and now we're looking at Google, so that you wouldn't have heard any of these reviews before, unless of course you sit on Google and read all the reviews.
I mean, that's what we do.
I mean, yeah, no, I don't think anyone else outside of us do that.
But we're doing it because obviously all the changes that are announced back
exactly
at
D23. Yeah, so that's why we're doing it.
Yeah.
George Harwood says, how Disney can justify charging $120 to enter Epcot and a further $25 to park up is beyond me. The whole park is filled with badly themed areas based on countries filed around the world, which are filled with shops and food joints offering sub-quality goods at rip-off prices. The pitiful handful of rides at the park, which I assume Disney used to justify entry charges, are substandard compared with other parks. I struggle to see how they justify the entry fee, or even have the audacity to call it a park. Entry should be free, given the whole place is basically a large, overpriced shopping arcade. And that's it for this week's.
I don't see how anyone can think like that.
No.
You can't say that the cost of, the money that they generate from all the sales of whatever, all merchandise, all food and everything like that, it's not going to cover the cost of running the park.
No.
And bringing new rides and everything like that. Like, it's not going to cover it, because obviously you're paying for something that's going to have a cost anyway, and it's only the profit that they earn from that.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing here is, like, with badly themed areas based on countries filed around the world. I mean, I think the World Showcase is one of the best themed areas in property.
Yeah,
I think it's great. I mean, yes, it's based on like ideal places in the country. I mean, the UK looks. There's probably one section of the UK that looks like it doesn't World Showcase.
You're talking about the toilets?
Yeah, yeah. No, the toilets in the UK aren't that clean.
Well, yeah.
But no, really. I mean, maybe Windsor looks a little bit like that.
Maybe.
Some villages in the Midlands.
Yeah, maybe like the Rose and Crown.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe there's.
But I mean, for the best part, it's a celebration of the best bits of the country, isn't it? And the heritage of those countries. And I think to say that they're badly themed is harsh.
Yeah, totally harsh. And he mentions about the overpriced merchandise in each land and things like that. And yes, it is overpriced, particularly like when you look in the British stores and they have like ridiculously expensive chocolate bars.
Bar Cadbury's for like $3.
Yeah, but then at the same time they have to import them. Mm-hmm. So I recognise why certain things are more expensive.
I think when it comes to Britain, I think that's mostly Disney whacking up the price, because most supermarkets have those now in the States.
In the States,
I think Japan, like, you can kind of understand a bit more.
Yeah. And the thing is, Cadbury is owned by a US company anyway now.
So I mean, come on. But I don't really see that as, like, when I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
Or holiday, as we call it over here. I don't really look at that too much. We laugh at the prices in the British store because they are laughable. But if I'm in Japan and I fancy some weird Japanese chocolate bar, I don't really necessarily think about the price.
No.
I know I'm in Epcot, I know I'm in Disney, and I know it's going to cost me a bomb.
That's the thing. You as you say, you laugh at it in the British stuff because we can go home and buy exactly the same stuff for a lot cheaper. You can't go home and buy all the Japanese stuff in the UK necessarily.
Yeah.
And it works the same way, doesn't it? You go into a supermarket in the UK and a lot of them have like American sections now where you can buy like all the American cereals and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's generally a lot more expensive than if you were to go to America and buy it there.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they have to import it and all that sort of stuff, isn't it? It's like, and obviously presumably they're going to charge you a little bit of a premium for it as well.
Oh, they totally will.
For the liberty of getting it.
So George, go screw yourself. Fernando Di Anazunio.
I feel like we've seen that name before.
Anazuzio? Don't know.
He just goes around and poorly reviews all of the Disney parks.
Unless you're planning to hang around countries like scenery, there is no reason for you to go to Epcot. The rides are totally outdated, boring, and nonsense. Their time passed more than 10 years ago. So spend your holidays somewhere else. Any other park will do better than Epcot. I don't think the rides are outdated. I think there's some that are.
Yeah, some of them are.
Test Track, Soarin', Frozen.
They still hold their own.
Spaceship Earth needs a refurb. It's getting a refurb.
Yeah.
But it's still great, I think.
Obviously, they're getting Guardians. They're getting the Ratatouille ride.
They're replacing O Canada. They're replacing the China show.
Yeah.
Lots happening. But even the rides that are there, I think are still great. Living with the Land, fantastic ride. One of the best rides in property, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This person's talking nonsense.
He calls them boring and nonsense.
Yeah. Wrong.
What was it? Their time passed more than 10 years ago. I mean, some of them aren't even 10 years old. So spend your holidays elsewhere. Yeah.
I mean, there's some rides that need work, right?
Yeah, I mean, but you get that in every park, don't you? I mean, absolutely every park has rides that need work and that are old and dated, that sort of thing.
Squeaky. Mackenzie Hooks says, not going to lie, I expected a lot more than what was there. You know, I was warned that this place doesn't have many rides, but you basically travel the world throughout the park. What I saw were different countries with a few restaurants if you didn't have the Disney app and make reservations for, then they wouldn't let you order. Little to no food stands or souvenir stands. Honestly disappointed after all the hype that was given from others who had been to Disney before.
Why has he put had in capital?
I don't know. Honestly, if I'm able to afford Disney again, I know which park not to go to. Nonsense. I think if you want to get food outside of a restaurant, Epcot is the best place to go.
Yeah, there's so many food stands. He's like
even outside of festival season, there's loads.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. There's loads of places, and it's like hardly any souvenir stands.
Probably the biggest selection of souvenirs in any Disney park. Yeah, because you've got a shop in every country.
Yeah, and you've got like one of the biggest mouse gear shops.
Yeah,
right at the front, and I don't understand that. What was he saying? I mean, I don't really like the fact that you can reserve the restaurants.
No, I always think they should save a few for those there on the day.
Yeah, because there'll be plenty of people that won't know that you can reserve the restaurants and everything like that. Especially, and people don't necessarily always want to reserve them 180 days in advance.
Some you have
as well. Exactly, some you definitely do have to, which I don't really like because, you want to be able to just turn up on the day and go to this restaurant. Yes, you can turn up and wait, but you could be waiting a long time.
Yeah.
And sometimes they will turn you away and say, we're not taking any walk-ins at the moment, are we?
Yeah, I mean, there are some restaurants where you can still walk in. Like Yak and Yeti does tend to have a few, although you're right. You'll tend to have to wait like 40 minutes or so.
Yeah.
But certainly the likes of Lucelia, like every time I've been in there, sat down, I'll see at least 3 people come in, 3 separate parties come in and say, have you got any tables? And they'll say, no, it's not today, it's reservations only.
Yeah.
So it's a shame because in a way those people will probably go, oh, screw it then, and never experience that restaurant.
Yeah.
But from Disney's perspective, it's guaranteed dollars.
It is guaranteed dollars, but at the same time, I suppose
they can account for that ahead of time.
Yeah, they have to allow a certain amount of time for each person to sit and eat. Whereas obviously, if you're just letting people come in and go as they please, then you might get more people in because you don't have to allow a certain amount of time. Obviously, they still, when you take a reservation, you still have to wait once you actually get there. It's not like your table is waiting for you. You have to wait for the next person to leave.
Yeah.
So, which is kind of like they've almost done like a hybrid of the two a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing that my biggest bit of advice for people that are eating in Disney restaurants is to take your time to eat. It's not up to Disney to tell you when you can leave. It's your money, it's your vacation. Don't feel rushed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think when we went in October, I don't think I ever felt rushed in any of the Disney restaurants.
I agree. There has been times in the past that I have been.
I mean, I've felt rushed in other restaurants before, other like American restaurants where they want to try and get the turnaround, that sort of thing. And where it's when they try and bring you the dessert menu where you're still eating your mains. Yeah, it's like, come on, no, I'm eating.
No, or they bring you your dessert and then immediately the bill. Yeah, and it's like. I've had to a point before where they brought me the bill and I've gone, actually I want to order a martini or something. Right. Yeah. And they're like, oh, don't assume that I want the check. Yeah. Straight away. Or the time we were in Jock Lindsay's and he bought the receipt and I ordered another beer. Yeah. We'd only had like 2.
Yeah, and he was like, he brought it. He was like, okay, are you trying to kick us out or?
Yeah, it's like we're spending money.
Yeah, it's not like we're just sitting in here not drinking.
Yeah, and it's like I guess it's because, and I'm sorry, Americans, but as a general sweeping statement, you can't handle your drink. maybe 2 is the limit for most people. I don't know, but 2 is not much for me. And it was like happy hour.
I can attest to that.
Yeah, it was happy hour, so I was getting another beer, and it was just like, no, I'll have another beer, thanks. I think he actually got less of a tip because he did that.
Probably, yeah. I think so.
It's up to me when I leave the establishment. I'm paying for what I'm drinking and eating, so
yeah, exactly.
Unless there's an emergency, in which case, if I'm in the cellar, I'm still taking my steak with me.
Yeah, shoving it in the pocket.
Fire alarm. Not only will I grab mine, but I'll grab other people's on the way out. Just a Disney bag full of filet mignons.
People come back to the table and they're like, "Where's my steak gone?"
Like I'm just like back at the table with like 10 steaks stacked up.
He even took the bit I spat out.
Where's all the pretzel bread gone? Why?
Yeah, Ryan's just walking around Epcot with a bag of steaks and pretzel bread shoved in his pockets.
Is that a pretzel bread in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? It's pretzel bread.
That's why you wear shorts with like a million pockets, isn't it?
Exactly, pretzel bread in every pocket.
Just in case, for all eventualities.
Daniel Robinson says, we went to Epcot after Universal and were disappointed. The park is only half open due to construction, which isn't disclosed anywhere. They still charge full price for the tickets.
I mean, is it half closed?
It's not. I mean, it's a bit more
closed,
now.
Is it? Like, obviously, a bit more of it is closed, but not.
That
really...
was 10 hours ago, actually. So.
Yeah, but not really any attractions as such are closed. More so.
No,
it's
like Club Cool, Interventions.
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't really. I mean, it was quiet. No one went there.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not like you're missing out on a lot. Like, obviously, all the lands are still open, everything like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and also like, I don't know if you think if it's not been disclosed anywhere. I think that's more on you for not researching a place before you go.
Yeah.
If you were to search for Epcot just in Google, construction photos would be cropping up front page right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's kind of on you. To a certain extent, what they're going to do, like before you get into the park, to tell you about all the construction work that's going on. That looks terrible on Disney, doesn't it?
They're going to have big signs on the motorway.
Yeah,
it's like instead of advertising, they're just like Epcot under construction.
Yeah, exactly. There is very little signage. You will have trouble locating where to go or even how to leave. Unlike other parks, it's hard to find normal workers instead of shopkeepers.
What?
I mean,
what's he on about?
Cast members working in shops will know the park.
Yeah.
Just ask them a question.
I don't understand what he's trying. You have trouble locating where to go. I mean, he doesn't give any references to what he's looking for.
A, pick up a map.
Yeah, exactly.
B, Epcot is probably one of the easiest parks to navigate.
It's very open, isn't it?
Space Your Berth, 2 sides of Future World,
and
then World Showcase.
Yeah,
it's
so
easy.
It's a massive circle.
Yeah, like, it's so easy.
There's not many ways you can go wrong.
And in terms of locating how to leave, it's the same way you came in, mate. Look for the big ball in the distance and walk that way. It's not difficult, is it?
No.
Also, be prepared to pay for food. Oh, shock horror.
Blimey. What's the world come to when you've got to pay for your food?
I know. There's no meal plan for those not staying at the resort. No drink to buy to get refills. $5 to $8 per 6 ounce of beer. That's right, 6 ounce. Or $6 for a can of Coke. Far worse than other parks around. It's a theme park. It's food and wine season. The drinks are expensive. Mm-hmm. Food's expensive. It is what it is.
I don't really understand people that complain about the prices. Not that they complain about the prices, but they almost sound shocked when they have to pay a higher price.
Yeah.
It's like you're in a theme park. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. Doesn't matter whether it's Disney, Universal, Six Flags, Busch Gardens,
Alton Towers, yeah. You all pay more.
You're going to pay more. It's like people that are surprised when you pay more in an airport.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah, exactly. I mean, my buds went low when I was in Alton Towers earlier this year, and I just needed something to eat. Mm-hmm. And I'd had Haribo, wasn't doing anything, so I needed some carbs. So I bought like a mini tub of Pringles, the small ones you get for like lunches and stuff, and it cost me like £2 something, maybe even £3. And it's like I wasn't happy about it, but.
Yeah.
I'm at a theme park, right? I'm not going to write a review saying, how dare the prices be more expensive.
Yeah. You just expect it, don't you?
Yeah.
It's just kind of like what
and also, the one thing I say is like, I get his point on unlimited refills and drinks. I think that's a nice perk that Universal has. They shove it down your throats constantly.
Yeah.
But it's I think it's a nice addition to Universal, and I think Disney could do well out of something like that.
Mm-hmm. See, I never get that. I never buy the refillable stuff.
I don't either, because I'm only at Universal for 2-3 days, and they're separate.
Yeah.
If you stay at Disney, you get your refillable mug. which you can refill any hotel.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, okay, maybe I'd be happy to pay an extra $20 and be able to refill that anywhere.
Right.
In the parks.
The difficult thing I have is you that's something you got to carry around then.
Oh yeah,
Like
you can
the whole
only
day?
realistically grab it like usually when same as last year with us. We'd leave it in the rooms and then go grab a drink when we got back at night.
Yeah.
That's the only time you can really use it.
Exactly, because you don't really want to be lugging it around, especially if you've got a family of 4. That's 4 of them you've got to carry.
Yeah,
Potentially.
and they're not that big, so you can't.
No.
It's not like you can share them.
Yeah.
And you can't really drink on the bus. You're not allowed to.
Right. Okay.
So you're literally gonna have to get to the park holding your tea or coffee, drink it while you're queuing for security, and then you've got the cup that you can't use for the rest of the day.
And they won't refill it in the park, so
No, I mean you could refill it at one of the refill water stations now.
Yeah.
But I mean, also don't drink soda. Just ask for free water because you can get it. I drink the free water that they give.
Yeah.
I don't care about Dasani or whatever. I just get the free water because that's all I need. I'm not paying $3 for a bottle of water when I can have it for free. I know you disagree with me on that, but
Well, no. I mean,
the water doesn't taste great.
no. I mean, we typically buy the bottled water, but I don't. I'll go to a restaurant and I'll have just tap water. Things like that. You know, I don't know necessarily why we buy the bottled water. Don't know if it's just other people in my family prefer it. Maybe.
I think it's a habit thing as well. Like I didn't know that you could get free water until maybe like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So I was always in the habit of buying that bottle of water, and now I just don't.
Yeah.
I know Donna still will.
Right. Okay.
She doesn't like the tap water over there, so she'll buy a bottle of water.
Yeah, I mean
but wouldn't be.
that's the thing. I think it's just a preference thing, isn't it? If you want to pay for the water, you can pay for the water, but you should be aware that you can get it for free.
Yeah.
But it's your personal choice, isn't it?
Exactly.
You know.
Leo Goodchild says, great name, have to say, of all the Disney parks, this is a major letdown. You're a major letdown.
Don't take it personally, Ryan.
Okay, I'll try. There are so few rides here that it really feels like you're being ripped off. As for the world aspect, this is just an excuse for Disney to fill it with shops and try and sell you more useless tat. Epcot was amazing back in the 80s. Time and technology has moved on. This park most definitely hasn't. It's in need of a major overhaul, and the only way that Disney can do that is if they close the park down and start again. I would avoid this park if you see it, if you can, as you will simply be wasting your time and money in coming here. Screw you, Leo!
I think it's a bit harsh to call the World Showcase just a way for Disney to sell merchandise.
I hardly ever buy anything at World Showcase, but I love looking around.
Yeah, and I don't often buy stuff either, but it's nice that you do get to see that stuff, and if you want to buy that sort of stuff that you wouldn't necessarily get day-to-day basis, you can buy it.
Yeah.
Without necessarily going to the country. And it may be a good way to introduce you to that country, and you think, oh, I might want to go there.
That's the whole point of it for me.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I tend to buy in World Showcase is I might go buy like something to eat or something to drink that I've never tried before.
Right, yeah.
I think it's great for that. And yes, I know I'm spending more money, but I think it's really good for that, especially Food and Wine Festival season. But even outside of that, it's got some great like little bars or little snack places where you can try new things.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only place that I'll go to and buy something is probably Japan, and that's because they've got a load of Nintendo stuff.
Right, okay.
Now, whether or not they'll continue to stock Nintendo stuff after Nintendo opens at Universal is another thing.
Yeah, maybe not.
But that's the reason why I like the Japanese pavilion so much.
Yeah.
Panuma Nanakayara.
Well done.
That was not too bad, was it?
Yeah, I think I would have butchered that.
I mean, I definitely did. It just didn't sound like
I think I would have butchered it even more.
Very disappointing experience. We waited 2 hours in line for Soarin'.
Spelt wrong.
The wait time was posted as 60 minutes. When we got to the top of the line, we heard an announcement that the wait was another 1 hour and 50 minutes.
When they got to the top of the line? Sorry, so you're right at the front of the line, that it's another 1 hour and 50 minutes.
What? At that point, we had not had lunch and it was 2 p.m. I mean, that's your fault for getting in a queue.
Yeah, I mean, I find that like a 2 hour queue for Soarin'.
I find it hard to believe,
This was 3
unless
months
it's broken.
ago. So, where are we now? September? That would have been July. No, sorry, June. It would have been June, I don't think it would have been 2 hours.
When were you there, May?
Yes.
When were the queues there?
30, 40 minutes maybe?
Right.
It's
not going to be 2 hours. Unless it broke down in one of the concourses.
Yeah, I mean, but even, it's not as busy as it used to be. And they've got a third concourse now. So it's, significantly cut their wait times.
Yeah. We went to have lunch and at 3 p.m. decided to call it a day. One person in our group had a fight to catch. Sorry, a flight to catch.
He was in for a prize fight.
A flight to catch. And just the thought of spending another hour in line was absurd. Disney needs to move with the times. None has time to wait in line for hours for a couple of rides. I mean, you're at a theme park, for goodness sake. What do you expect?
Like, you get that at any park. I think
It's literally given Epcot 1 star because they had to wait in line.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
That's ridiculous, isn't it? And if anything, I think you almost have the best queues at Epcot, the shortest queues at Epcot, really.
Yeah.
Like, compared to, say, Hollywood Studios, where you've got Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, obviously Star Wars now, all the Toy Story stuff, they're always quite long queues. Animal Kingdom, Pandora, even Everest can have a longer queue.
Kilimanjaro Safari is
exactly.
quite a long queue,
Yeah, and obviously Magic Kingdom, there's so many long queues there. So I think Epcot has one of the best for wait times, I think, really, aren't they?
I agree, apart from Frozen often.
Yeah, although Frozen, it's like it has its moments now. You can, if you catch it at the right time, it can be quite a short queue.
No, I agree. Alice White says, the park opens at 9 a.m, but yet when you try and go to different parts of the park, the workers tell you it doesn't open till 11. This is just so stupid. I know I won't be renewing my pass. With all the construction they're doing, they haven't done anything to make it easier for the handicapped person. Okay, a couple of things there. If you've got an annual pass, which this person has, and you don't know that World Showcase doesn't open till 11, you're an idiot.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
Surely you've been to Disney before. You don't just go there and get an annual pass, do you?
If you have you only been to like one park and then you're just like, I'm going to buy an annual pass.
Yeah.
Just like, that's not...
World Showcase is always opened at 11 a.m. And
I don't really know why.
I think it's more because a lot of it's like shopping, drinking around the world is quite a big thing.
Right, so they're trying to deter people from drinking so much. But then you think, why not just close, don't serve alcohol until a certain time?
And also, Future World, I think they want people to experience in the morning, Future World does tend to quieten down massively in the afternoon.
Yeah, it does, because obviously people spread out more around the park, don't they? But, I don't really understand why they can't open all the attractions and things like that.
This is 3 months ago, and Norway and Mexico, I believe, open at 9 now.
Yes, they do, yeah.
So they must have gone the wrong way around.
Well, they mainly do that for Frozen, basically, didn't they? They opened Norway early because of Frozen.
And Mexico had to open because
had to open it
first.
Yeah.
But they must have gone the wrong way around.
Yeah, I've gone... what's the first one on the right?
Canada.
Is it Canada? Okay. Because I know you got like Canada and Paris, UK. I don't know if that's in the right order.
I think it's Canada, France.
I said Paris.
Canada, France, UK. I think.
Yeah, that's
from memory.
I think that sounds about right.
Yeah, because you literally come out of the Celia and you can come round, turn left, and start walking up.
Right. Because France. I can't remember.
France is over the bridge.
Is it over the bridge?
Yeah, there's like a little bridge and you go into France.
Because you've got the international gateway there, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's...
Is that just before France?
Yeah.
Or is that after
that's
France?
kind of... I don't know, I'm trying to remember...
trying to remember all the orderings.
I'm sure it goes... You know what, we could just bring up a map.
We could just bring up a map. I was literally going to pull out my phone.
I'm pretty sure I'm right, but I'm doubting myself.
I kind of have a feeling the order's right, but I don't... That's a bit of a nice quirky map, that, isn't it? It's like somebody's made that themselves.
Oh, it's Canada, UK, France.
Oh, is it?
I didn't think that.
I definitely did not think that.
Canada, UK, then International Gateway, then France.
Oh, okay.
I did not think that.
Yeah, I had France and UK switched around, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, so did I. That's weird.
Oh, wow. Now we know.
I got something about Epcot wrong. That's disgusting.
Hang your head in shame.
I am hanging my head in shame. I think it's because I usually forget about the UK because it's the UK, so I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, they do. It's interesting actually that they do have a lot of room for expansion there, don't they? And obviously they're going to be opening the Cherry Tree
massively.
Lane.
I mean, you've got room for another.
All of the pavilions have a lot of room for expansion actually, don't they?
So Italy and Germany in particular, the outpost could be an entire country in itself.
The outpost, which
because it's kind of like it's next to China. It's kind of themed like an African outpost, but there's a ton of land there that they could put another pavilion in.
Oh yeah.
You've got-
There's a lot of land there, isn't there?
Yeah, you've got room between China and Germany. You've got room between Germany and Italy, and you've got room between Japan and Morocco, and arguably Morocco and France.
But then
Although
France, that's
Ratatouille-
where Ratatouille's going to go in there,
Yeah.
isn't it? Basically.
So there's a lot of room for expansion there,
Yeah.
and
Well, Ratatouille and the new restaurant.
yeah, and the UK presumably there's quite a lot of space to build that
crappery.
Mary Poppins ride there.
Yeah, exactly.
Now the rumor was that they were originally going to be building a merry-go-round style thing there,
Right. Okay.
but then budget got cut for something else, which gave them more budget for Mary Poppins, which is why at D23
Yeah.
they only said there's a Mary Poppins attraction coming because they don't know what it's going to be yet. That's what I'm
still
hearing.
trying to decide.
That's what I'm hearing because they might be taking it further into like a proper dark ride,
Right.
which would be great, but I think it's unlikely to happen under Chapek.
I was just looking at the monorail path. Not the monorail path, the gondola path. It takes a rather strange route out of Epcot. It kind of goes straight down to the car park by the boardwalk, and then just shoots across to there. You think why could they not cut round or
Yeah.
a bit strange? Goes across to
It's
Caribbean
meant to be
Beach.
open. So the gondola system is supposed to be opening at the end of September, I believe.
Oh, okay, cool. So it should be open by the time you're there.
Yeah,
You're gonna go on a gondola.
absolutely. I
Yeah.
can't wait.
Where are you gonna take it from?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Just go everywhere.
Yeah. I want to get to. I'll probably go from Epcot to Hollywood at some point.
What doesn't make sense is,
How I do that, I don't know.
well, you'd have to go from Epcot. You'd have to then go to Caribbean Beach, then go to the next junction, and then change to go to Hollywood. Even though they could literally just go across that road.
Yeah, I don't know why
It's
they didn't do
bizarre. Like, why would you not? Why would that not be an option? Why is that? Why is the stop? Like, it's not a stop, but why is the junction bit at the boardwalk not a kind of hub where you can change to go to Hollywood
Yeah.
or you can change to go to Caribbean Beach?
that. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, some of the routes seem very strange for it.
It does.
I mean, I'm sure they'll kind of extend it over time.
Oh, I think they will. I think
But
they absolutely will.
At the moment, some of the routes seem very strange.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem practical to go from Hollywood to Epcot.
No, no.
Like,
And
you
you'd
know,
want a lot of
you'll
people
do
would
it-
want to go park to park.
Yeah, you'll do it to experience it.
Yeah.
I'll do it to experience
Yeah.
it when I go in May. But yeah, it seems like a very strange route to have to take for if they wanted it to use it as a legitimate transport option.
We did the boat, right? You're the first time you've been on the boats from that way. Last year.
Yeah. To get to the International Gateway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the first time. I obviously know you've done it since because you've stayed at the Swan and Dolphin.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because can you get the boat? I'm trying to think now. Can you get the boat directly from Epcot to Hollywood?
no, I think they're two separate boats.
Right. Okay. So you'd have to change at the boardwalk, basically.
Change it at any hotel, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Martha Connell says, "Super day, really enjoyed the day. There are just use enough new attractions to keep one's interest. The Spring Flowers show is beautiful.
One star.
I'm rated at 1. There's not a single complaint there. Brilliant.
I don't think Martha really understands the ranking system.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe she's a big golf fan. She's
Yeah.
like, oh, 1 must be the best.
1's the best, yes. Judy
It's number 1.
Giovanetti.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
This was so disappointing. Not like it years ago. They took the high-tech rides away. Nothing really to see. Just a lot of restaurants.
Which high-tech rides do they take away?
Don't know.
Endless Energy Adventure, maybe?
Horizons? But that was... You're talking in like 15 years or something now.
Judy doesn't go back much.
Stupid Judy. Yeah? Anyone at home get that reference?
I didn't get that reference.
Alan's Energy Adventure.
Oh, okay. The disappointment look on his face.
I was not happy.
No.
Oh, sugar.
What have you done?
Axnator says no.
What a name.
That is amazing. No accommodation for smokers. Triple pricing on everything. Horrible place to be.
Yeah, Axe you can sod off.
Don't come back then, because we
Yeah.
don't want smokers in the parks.
Yeah.
See ya. Good riddance, Axe.
I mean, I was very surprised when they made that change.
Fantastic though.
Absolutely,
Absolutely
it's a
fantastic.
brilliant change. I was very surprised by it,
I was as
considering
well.
people you have to physically leave the park to go to a smoking area and then come back in. It's like that's a real deterrent for people smoking in the parks.
Yeah,
Isn't it? Like,
I think it's brilliant.
yeah. Oh yeah, completely. Like I
Shouldn't
think
be
it's a
near
really
families.
positive change. No, it shouldn't be. I don't really understand people that smoke these days.
No,
There's enough. It costs you a load of money
a lot of money.
and it kills you.
Yeah,
Like there are enough things
to get the nicotine.
To basically wean you off smoking. You don't really have an excuse to not quit.
No, I mean because patches do exactly the same thing, right? They give you the nicotine that gives you the addiction.
Yeah, and they've had patches for years.
Yeah, you've got gum.
Yeah.
I mean, even vaping, which, to be honest, if you think vaping is better for you, it's not.
No, I saw a story recently that said about people getting ill from it and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
In America, there's been cases of people dying from it and things like that, apparently.
Well, yeah, but I mean, people just assume it's better for you, but you're still putting stuff that shouldn't be in your lungs into your lungs.
Yeah, you don't know. Like, it hasn't really been around long enough for the effects to be known.
Well, they say the common phrase is history repeats itself, right? They're advertising vaping, not on TV, but it's still advertised quite a bit as as beneficial over smoking.
Yeah.
We'll go back to the 40s, the 30s, 40s, 50s, where smoking was advertised as being beneficial for your health.
Yeah.
It's not too dissimilar, and we all found out that killed you. I think vaping is very much a similar thing.
Yeah.
Sorry to bring it down.
But it does go back to the fact that, it's a positive change that Disney made to remove the smoking zones from the parks. Because I've stood in an area and not realised it was a smoking zone until you start thinking, wow, it smells really smoky around here.
Yeah.
And you realise you're standing in it and that sort of thing. And it's just like, it's not pleasant in the parks. As you say, it shouldn't really be around families.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Ryan's just checking his phone, very unprofessional, in the middle of a podcast episode. So I have to ramble on to try and fill the void.
Yeah, sorry.
It's very rude, Ryan. All our listeners are just offended by your rudeness now.
Lewis, I'm just glazing over that. Lewis Vasicaralo says parking lot and walking in is awful. Tried of construction in the parks. Security with only 3 people checking bags is awful slow. Letting people just walk in with no bags is ridiculous. They're the ones who should be screened. I mean, I disagree. I think everyone should be screened.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. I think in some cases, when I was there last time, they were screening people that were walking through with no bags as well. But then other times they just let people through. It's like there's a bit of a strange kind of system that they've got going on.
Yeah.
Like sometimes in some of the parks they would say, oh, everyone has to go through a scanner, which makes perfect sense. Like they do at Universal, everyone has to go through a scanner whether you've got a bag or not. That just seems sensible in this day and age, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, I mean, Universal do it great.
Yeah, and I mean, to rate the park 1 star because of a bit of construction, especially the construction getting into the park, like, it's not affecting your day as such. It's affecting your 10 minutes that it takes you to get from the car to the park.
Yeah.
And people would bitch and moan if they weren't doing any work. We bitch and moan when they're not updating the rides and everything like that. So you can't really complain at the same time that things are closed.
No, I completely agree.
You can complain. I think it's justified to complain about Hollywood studios when they closed like so much stuff all at the same time to work on multiple projects.
Yeah.
Like Toy Story, they were working on Toy Story, Star Wars, and the Mickey
and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Yeah, all at the same time.
Yeah.
Which was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Given how much is being closed. And I guess they're doing the same with Epcot, really, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
They're going to be. Yeah, they're going to be closing quite a bit of stuff to accommodate it. Although, they haven't said when Spaceship Earth is closing, have they?
No, they haven't.
It definitely is going to be at some point.
Yeah, I would have thought it would be at the end of this year.
Yeah, considering they've closed all the Inventions now and they've closed, like, Club Cool and they're going to be closing Mouse Gear and
Starbucks
and the Umbrella
Electric Umbrella in November, isn't it?
Yeah, so that whole section is going to be closed. So, like, when are they going to close? Spaceship Earth's got to be soon, isn't it?
You would think so. As long as it's after I've gone.
Yeah, considering they haven't announced it, you would have thought it would be like next year, maybe like early next. Maybe it could be January sort of time.
Yeah,
like in the quiet period.
It would make sense. It would make sense.
Really have a quiet period,
but it's going to be down for a couple of years, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Joyce Forbes Smith says, I was disappointed that in the Africa section going around the world, there were hardly any entertainment. If any that we saw while we were there that represents Africans, it was just a man there carving an African animal. Where was the African food, music, entertainment? Let's do better to represent Africa, similar to the Black Panther. Why couldn't they just have Black Panther's music and dance Wakanda Forever something? I mean, that feels like a little bit racist if they were to do that, because For one, Wakanda's not a real place,
No.
and Epcot's supposed to be a bit more realistic in terms of World Showcase, and they've kind of ruined that with Frozen, but the pavilion is still very much based on...
Yeah, Norway as a whole, isn't it?
Yeah, I think if they were to introduce like Wakanda into where the outpost is, it would seem a bit wrong.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past them, don't get me wrong. And also, it's not Africa, it's just like the outpost. It's kind of themed to Africa, but if you want Africa, go to Animal Kingdom, where it's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly.
The whole continent's there.
Yeah. The entire continent.
The entire continent is represented in Animal Kingdom. And in a very, very well done and culturally sensitive way. I don't think playing Wakanda Forever in the outpost in Epcot is culturally sensitive.
No, I don't think so.
Leave the man doing his carvings alone. I mean, jeez.
She's just like shouting at him.
Why aren't there more of you?
Where's the music?
Why aren't there more of you? Just doing the Wakanda Forever
This isn't
sign in his face.
Wakanda. Where's my shield?
Alana Roddick says, it's a glorified outdoor mall. No exciting rides at all, just food, shops and simulation rides. Do not recommend it if you're looking for something like Disneyland. I mean, if you're looking for something like Disneyland, you're in the wrong side of the country, to be fair.
I mean, although if you're looking for something like Disneyland, you're in the perfect place because it's Disney World.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Yeah, and outdoor mall, I mean, they're all a little bit outdoor mall-y, aren't they? They all have shops.
Every theme park has shops.
And they say simulation rides.
The only simulation ride there is what I would consider a simulation ride is Mission Space.
Yeah, I wouldn't really consider Soarin' to be a simulation ride.
No, and I wouldn't consider Test Track a simulation ride.
No, definitely not.
I mean, I know that they say
there's no
you're
3D
in a
element
simulation
to it or anything like that.
No.
There's no 3D element of it. Like, yeah, it's literally just Mission Space, I would class.
In the
as
traditional sense of a simulation ride, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the only other one possible would be Soarin', but that's not really... It's a screen-based ride, but it's not a simulator as such.
No. You're talking nonsense, Alana. Inspired to Be says...
All these people are local guys.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? A one and done. We had fast passes for rides that were unnecessary because there was no wait.
Yeah, I
agree with that.
I agree with that, yeah.
In my opinion, meant for adults to enjoy eating and walking in the Showcase of Worlds. The Showcase of Worlds.
That's a great name for it.
Excuse me, cast member. Do you know where I can find the Showcase of Worlds?
You should totally do that in October.
Should I do?
I mean, he does make some good points.
Yeah, I mean, I booked, as we said last week, I've booked Spaceship Earth and Living Wonderland every day because I have to book 3. And I know I won't have to queue for either of those.
I do exactly the same.
Yeah.
And there's no reason for it. They need to adjust the brackets. They need to remove the brackets, really, for
Epcot. I completely
Epcot.
agree, yeah.
You know, they don't have them in Magic Kingdom. They don't need them in Epcot.
No, I agree. And at least until Guardians of Ratatouille opens.
Yeah, Guardians of Ratatouille, put those in the top. Once those are open, fine. But at the moment, they don't need a
Frozen's gone
bracket.
past that point now.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And if they did do that, just put Frozen in the top bracket. So you can only get a fast pass for Frozen or anything else, pretty much.
Yeah.
Maybe put something else in. Like maybe if once...
I put Test Track in there. Test Track and Frozen, because Soarin' has hardly got to wait.
Yeah, you don't need to wait for Soarin', do you? Once Ratatouille opens, maybe just put Ratatouille and Frozen in.
Yeah.
And then put everything else in the second bracket.
Yeah.
And then obviously once Guardians opens...
Guardians, Ratatouille, and probably move Frozen back down.
Yeah. So that's at this point in time, they shouldn't have brackets.
I agree.
Don't think anything really warrants it. And what was? I mean, I think obviously the whole bringing characters into the park is a bit of a sticking point. But at the same time, it does bring in a younger audience because I do think Epcot is potentially aimed at a slightly older audience in terms of. There's more food and drink related stuff, isn't it? It's more world cultural, which it's good for children to learn all that stuff, and the park is more educational than other parks, and it's good for kids to learn that. But it's at the same time, you're on holiday, kids aren't necessarily going to be engaged in learning. Yeah. So it is good to have that mix. I think.
I almost think they're taking it too far in the other direction.
Potentially. I
think that's the risk.
Yeah, definitely. I think they need to be careful, but I think it can be seen as a positive change.
I mean, you can pretty much meet a character in every World Showcase
Yeah.
country though.
Yeah, you can. You can.
So I couldn't name all of them. Well, actually, maybe I can. Okay, so UK, Mary Poppins,
Yeah.
or Alice in Wonderland.
Mm-hmm. Canada?
Canada, I don't know.
Yeah,
if
I
you
can't-
can actually.
I can't think of...
Brother Bear doesn't meet and greet there, but it probably could.
Right.
Not that anyone likes that film. Where are we in France? You can meet Belle.
Yeah.
And I believe you can also meet Sleeping Beauty. I may be wrong.
That'd be a bit of a random one.
I'm pretty sure you can. Maybe I'm not.
That's not set in France, is it?
Mm.
I don't know where it's set.
I don't know, but I'm sure you can.
Right.
Could be wrong. Where else are we going? Norway, Anna and Elsa.
Mm-hmm.
Mexico, Donald.
Jumped over to the other side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mexico's Donald. Japanese Mexico
For
outfit.
some reason I thought you said... I thought you meant Trump.
No, he's just there. Hiya. Yeah, Donald dresses in his Mexican. His
Yeah.
culturally insensitive Mexican outfit.
Yeah.
Along
Is
with.
it a poncho or is it a serape?
I think it's a.
One's open at the sides, one's not. I don't know.
I think it's a poncho, but I don't quote me on it.
Yeah.
I think you can also meet one of the other caballeros occasionally.
Right, okay.
Where have we missed out?
Morocco?
Morocco is Aladdin.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sometimes Jasmine, I think.
Japan?
I don't think you can meet anyone.
No.
Oh,
Big Hero... No,
No.
Big Hero 6 is in the... Why is Big Hero 6 not in the Japan pavilion?
I don't know.
When it's in the...
You mean Baymax?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because it's in the... What was the character meet and greet in Intervention, around that area, wasn't it? How is that not in the Japan pavilion?
I don't know.
How is that not a thing? I don't understand that.
China, I think it's Mulan.
Right, okay.
You can meet.
What else have we got? Germany?
Snow White.
Right. Italy?
Oh, I don't think you can meet anyone in
No.
Italy. You can get photos with the guy that blows the whistle. He's certainly a character.
That's the way you said that. The pose of the guy that blows the whistle.
Have you never seen him?
I don't know if I have.
Have you not? It's such a weird show.
What's he blowing his whistle for?
It's just like a weird whistle show.
Is he just some random guy that's got an annual pass that just stands there
It's like,
doing a little dance and blowing his whistle?
It's not a great show, I'll be honest. He picks up a big ball and throws it, blows his whistle, looks at someone and throws in the ball. It's like, how is this a show? What is going on here? It's not good.
Oh god, I really hope he just turned up one day and started throwing balls around and Disney were like, "You're hired."
Yeah.
Or maybe nobody's ever questioned that he doesn't work there.
He just does it free.
Just picks up the ball and starts working for the man.
Yeah. I think that's all of them. Have we missed any?
I
don't think so.
Think of any. We're probably just massively chopped out one country or something.
Most likely.
Oh, well, we missed America.
Oh well, we're already in America.
Yeah. Can you
I
meet a
don't.
character there? I don't
know if you
recall
can.
seeing a meet and greet there.
No. Could be wrong.
I mean, as a whole, the American pavilion is pretty poor.
It is, yeah.
Like-
It's terrible. I mean, I don't really see the need for it, to be honest.
No, I mean they've got the.
You're already in America.
What's the name of the show that I never watch because it's just so cringeworthy?
American Adventure,
Yeah.
which is terrible.
Yeah, I don't.
Awful
watch
show.
that.
And
I mean, the toilets are good in America.
toilets are good. in
They
America.
have the biggest toilets. Although there's meant to be one round sort of by the UK pavilion, which is quite big.
The UK Pavilion's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
The what are the songs? Something of Liberty.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
The singing group.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
Yeah, I don't like that.
They're really annoying.
It's really cringeworthy. They're
It's
standing
super cringeworthy.
Sort of you're all standing in this hall, and they're looking at you just they're in a arc, aren't
Yeah.
they?
They're like, come closer, everyone, and listen to our songs of the Civil
no.
War.
200 meters is a good distance.
Yankee doodle doo doo doo. And you're just and there's obviously super patriotic people
Yeah.
who are like, yeah. And you can look around the room, see who's British, because they're just like, when does this show start? Because this is bloody awful.
Or they're just like, what is happening? Where am I? Am I
Yeah.
dead?
And then occasionally they're like, and this song was written as we defeated the British in
You're
1845.
just like,
It's like, holy. We let you in, all right? We let you in. You threw out our tea. So I haven't forgiven them about that.
No, it sounds like it's still deep wounds.
Bloody Boston and their tea party. Richard Brumfield says, horrible time during construction in September 2019. They did not give a single concern to handicap accessibility. We had to walk so far from handicap parking to the gate that I just had to rest and leave. I asked for help and I was told I could find a wheelchair and wheel myself all the way back to the parking lot. I mean, some part of me feels that that's actually pretty horrendous. But the other part of me thinks that if he's that bad, shouldn't you already have a wheelchair?
Yeah, because how are you going to manage for the rest of the day?
Yeah. I'm guessing he was going to rent a wheelchair.
Maybe. What, and he couldn't get to the entrance?
Because it was too far of a journey. I don't think the trek into Epcot is that bad from a disabled point of view.
No, I mean, obviously
the
I
closest they
don't
can be to the
really
front.
know where the... Because I think they've moved the monorail stop, haven't they? Because of all the construction. And the monorail is basically... I say the monorail, I mean the... land train.
Oh, the tram stop. Yeah.
Tram stop, yeah. They moved that, and it's basically pointless. If you get there quite early in the day, it's basically pointless because you could walk it faster.
Yeah.
But I don't really know where the disabled parking is in relation to
Pretty close,
the
I think.
entrance.
Yeah.
You would have thought it would be pretty close. And like, I guess maybe if he's on his own, but could you not get somebody to go and get you a wheelchair or like? Just feels like there's other options. I don't know.
Yeah, although that's bad if that's how he's treated.
yeah, if it's the case, then it's bad.
Yeah.
I always have to take these things with a little bit pinch of
People
salt.
tend to stretch the truth in these, don't they?
Yeah, they do. So it's hard to... If it's correct, that's not on.
Yeah, but I find it very hard to believe that they had to walk that far from a disabled space.
Yeah.
We'll read one more. Rockbomb 2018 says, this park is in desperate need of upgrades. It's only good for eating. There is really nothing else to do that is fun. They have to make this next on in the to-do list. That is the only park I hate going to, and I avoid it like the plague. The park gets a -10 out of 10. God awful boring. Even my 4-year-old twins do not like going there. Great. I mean, it's good to know that your 4-year-old twins don't appreciate education.
Yeah.
Whee!
I think it's a sign of things to come.
Yeah.
But yeah, they obviously don't follow the kind of Disney news to know that this is the next park they're focusing on, because this was only 3 months ago.
Yeah, but even like last D23, they mentioned that they were going to be focusing on Epcot.
Yeah, I mean, they obviously...
It's been coming for a
Guardians
while.
has been worked on for a while. Ratatouille was announced.
Yeah.
Was it... I don't know when it was announced.
D23, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely been in the news for a while. Yeah, and obviously all the other variety of changes. So, yeah.
So yeah, we will call it there for this week. Let us know if you've enjoyed the show by leaving us a review in your podcast app or website of choice. And do go and find us on our website, themeparktrader.com. And we are on all of the socials, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and some that I can't be bothered to say. Just search for Theme Park Trader. And feel free to reach out and send us a message if you have ideas for the show or like the show. We've had some lovely comments just this morning, actually, from a couple of you on Facebook. So we really appreciate those. We read them all. We reply to them all as well. So, yeah. Thanks very much for listening, and we will see you again next week.
Ah, there you are. And just in time. There's a little matter I forgot to mention. Beware of hitchhiking ghosts. They have selected you to fill our quota, and they'll haunt you until you return.